Hello, this is the last episode of these tier list videos. It's sad, I know. Let's start with the Stepford station that didn't quite make it into last video. Stepford Victoria. This station is very large. It has a small enclosed ticket area, with a very wide, bare ramp leading to the platforms. The platforms do have some nice lighting, which does not fit at all with the feel of the entrance. Let's start off with AC tier. It does feel a bit disjointed. Next up, Upper Staploe. The scenery here is limited to a few houses, although there also is of course the abandoned metro station. The platforms are very cookie cutter, not much really going on. I think this station is a D tier. It is just very forgettable. Now for the W's, starting at Water Newton. There is some nice scenery with lots of buildings and shops. The building is nice but a bit cramped.
B1622 Stepford Connect service cancelled.
Now for the platforms, there are loads of bridges and paths leading to loads of different places, and no guidance. The platforms are pretty nice. These new footbridges are definitely nicer than the old one. These are the Airlink platforms where most trains pass. I think this is one of, if not the only place where there are no signals on the platforms. Rather interesting. Let's go for A tier. Next up, West Benton. There is loads of great scenery, and a part dedicated to the one and only, Matty. The now grammatically correct station building is the best in SCR. The platforms are also the best in SCR. This station is going into S tier and no one can argue with me. Next, Wester Coast. Now, this station hasn't changed much since version 1.4, aside from a building and a footbridge, and, as you can see, it does still look very nice. It really captures the essence of a British rural town, with a main high street of shops, loads of houses, a couple of pubs, and we can't forget about the spectacular Wester Coast Viaduct. Back at the station, the building itself is nice on the outside, but unremarkable on the inside. The footbridge is quite nice, but the platforms too are quite unremarkable.
Platform 2 does not stop here. Please stand back from the platform edge.
However, this station still gets an S tier, and should stand as an example of how to make a nice station. Next up, West Wyvern. I think this station is trying to be a better Wester Coast, but the station feels detached from the town itself as there is only one road that wraps around the town to access it. There are just loads of identical houses, but also of course the train cemetery. The station itself, however, is rather nice. The building again is nice on the outside but unremarkable on the inside. The platforms, however, are very nice and detailed. There is also a lounge with wooden sofa cushions. The footbridge is quite reasonable but very grey. This waiting area on the other platforms is great, and I think the only place where the old SCR logo remains. I am surprised that this has not been fixed yet. Let's go A tier. It is nice but still not quite at Wester Coast levels. Next, Whitefield. There is a shopping area with unique gates that leads to the platforms. The glass roof lets in loads of natural light. On the platforms, their signage has thankfully been restored, and you can see the car park's unique roof design. Other than that, the platforms lack some clutter. This is the car park. It is just a bog standard car park but with a nice roof. Let's go with B tier. Next up, just down the line is Whitefield Lido. There are some shops and SCR template houses. But this station has a unique design with some stairs and lifts leading up to the platforms. There are lots of trees and bushes that bring some much needed greenery to this urban area. We can't forget about the Lido that this station is named after. They even put the lines at the bottom of the pool. This station gets an A tier from me. I do think it is slightly better than Whitefield itself. Now for the Marmite of stations, Whitney Green. Some people think it's terrible and think it should be top of the upgrade list, and others think that this station has a unique charm that would be lost with an upgrade, and I count myself among this group. This station being the oldest remaining in the game must mean that the devs are leaving it for a reason. Yes, other stations are much better, but not all stations need to match the detail level. Sometimes less is more, and I think that this is one of those cases. Right, I think I've yapped enough. Let's go for maybe C tier. Yes, it's bland, but its charm can't be ignored. Now for our penultimate station of this series, Willowfield. There is minimal scenery, but the train shed thing is rather nice.
P1740 service from.
Let's go for C tier again. This station's scenery with the one-road town is what lets it down for me. Finally, it is Woodhead Lane. This is the only station with completely staggered platforms. It has a level crossing as well. It is trying to capture the middle of nowhere station feel, and it does that reasonably well. There are some trees around, but they look like they all use the same template. Let's put this into B tier. And so, this is the final state of the tier list until enough upgrades happen to warrant another video. I would like to hear some of your suggestions for more series like this you would like me to make, and see you next time.